In this quick video guide, we're going to see how we can use the denoiser tool in Gimp. So we can use the denoiser wherever we have this problem here, which is kind of little dots appearing on our pictures. And I'm going to use Gimp. So if you didn't download and install Gimp, which is a free open source application to do graphic design, photo editing, and much, much more. So I'm going to use the tool that is there in the background. But first, I want to show you a couple of examples of denoising and noise problem. So you can see here the effect. So usually when we take pictures, so we have this noise that can be caused by the camera, can be caused by the effects or shadows or lighting, depending on the situation. And so if we want to get rid of that, we can use, a lot of solutions. One of these is to use Gimp, and it's Denoiser. And some application they already do this automatically, like application of rendering. And because noise can also be visible in renderings and in 3D images, 3D that have been developed with many software. So, for example, this is many different ways that the noise can appear. So it can appear because of the material, because of the insufficient shadows, scarce lining, and so lower quality settings and things like that. And in reality, usually we have a little bit of noise, especially in darker pictures, when darker photos, when we have dark spaces and we don't have enough lights. The camera is like artificially creating brightness using ISO or other, more technical things that I'm not going to explain. So basically, it could appear in for many reasons. So let's see how we can remove it from our image or from our rendering using GIMP. So I've already opened GIMP. So once you open up GIMP, you can go to File, Open, and open the image you want to use. I'm going to use one screenshot that I've done from my Redshift renderer in Cinema 4D course. So if you're interested in 3D or also rendering, you should check some video course in the channel. I'm gonna get a screenshot here that contains a little bit of noise. It's not too much, but it's still there a little bit. So if I want to get rid of that also, well, sometimes you can keep it because it's gonna like simulate what happens in reality with cameras and photography. But if you want to remove it to have a cleaner image, well, you can do it. Now be careful because the more pixels you have, the better chance you have to have a good result, to have a good final picture, final rendering. So the more resolution, the better it is. But right now, this is not too high, and sometimes the single pixel can represent the single dot of the noise. The noise is nothing but a little random uh, pixel that appears there in the surfaces. So I'm gonna go here to the various drop-down menus. I'm gonna go to filters and choose enhance, and here we find a series of preset filters that can help you to enhance your image. And in this case, we're gonna go for the noise reduction filter or noise reduction effect. Also, this speckle can be used, but it's a little different. And well, we're gonna go for the noise reduction first, and then we're gonna also give a try to the speckle. So noise, denoise, noise reduction, and are all basically in the same field. So we can see we already done something. So a lot of the dots have disappeared. Now this depends on the strength. The more I increase the strength, and of course the stronger will be the effect, and it's going to remove more and more and more. But be careful because eventually it can remove also details from the image, like on the paintings in there. And so we can also use the split view feature. So that's really handy because it can show us the before and after the denoiser, so that we can understand if we need to increase it or decrease it. Look carefully to the various details of the materials, and if it's not taking too much off, if it's not deleting too many details, Be careful with that. You can adjust the opacity, you can adjust the strength. Well, you can also try with different blending modes, but I think the replays one is the best. But you can try using different blending modes. And again, if you don't know these things, you can check the GIMP course or the Photoshop course in the channel if you want, if you're interested in photo editing and improving your images, enhancing your photography. Now let's go back to filters. Let's also give a try with some other. So I'm gonna go for, well, sometimes you can also add noise actually. So you have the enhance here, and let's go for the speckle real quick. So this is a little bit different. You have a radius, so the more you increase the radius, the more it's going to take off, it's going to delete, and then you have the black level, the white level. You need to adjust those. And you can see how much we have removed right here, too much. So be careful with these tools, otherwise you could lose rather than improve things. And well, so you can also add the noise. So if you want to simulate what's happening on the cameras, on the videos, you can add noise instead of removing it. And this maybe can result in a more realistic rendering in terms of 3D rendering in this case. So this will be all for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe to the channel to stay updated. If you want to support us, please join the channel as a supporter and check out other courses and video guides that we already published. So that's going to be all for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video guide.